everyone. Welcome back to the yet another interesting session on Physiographic Division of India. What do we eat at our home? Usually we eat either rice or chapati, right? So the rice and wheat forms the major portion of the meals. And where do we get these rice and wheat from? Most of our rice and wheat comes from one single physiographic region, that is Northern Plains. So without any further ado, let's know more about Northern Plains. In this session, we will discuss the formation of Northern Plains, extension of Northern Plains, regional division of Northern Plains, division of Northern Plains based on topographical variations, and finally the significance of Northern Plains. So let us understand first the formation of Indian plains. Due to the uplift of Himalayas in the Tethys Sea, the northern part of the Indian peninsula got subsided and formed a large basin. Rivers flowing into Tethys Sea deposited huge amount of deposit in Tethys geosynclines. The rising of Himalayas and glacier formation gave rise to many rivers and along with the glacial landforms supplied more alluvium for filling this depression. The depression completely filled with alluvium, rock debris, gravel, and gradually Tethys Sea completely disappeared, leaving behind a monotonous aggradational plain. A flatlands of extensive alluvial deposit led to the formation of the northern plains of India. Come, let's know the location and extent of northern plains. It is a flat, regular, transitional zone between Shivalik in the north and peninsular plateau in the south. It is separated from Shivalik by Himalayan front fault. It covers a total area of about 7 lakh square kilometer. The northern plains stretches for about 2,400 kilometer from west to east with a varying width of about 500 kilometer in Punjab and 90 kilometer in Assam. The northern plains of India are located towards the north of the Tropic of Cancer and are mainly drained by the Ganga and Yamuna rivers. These plains extend from the state of Haryana, including Delhi, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh and parts of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand to West Bengal. They are the largest and most fertile plains of the world. The plain is formed from the floodplain of the three big river systems Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. The northern plain is formed by Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra and their tributaries are also known by the name Indo-Gangetic Plain. One of the world's most intensively farmed area, most densely populated physiographic division of India and the youngest physiographic feature in India. Next, we can understand the features of northern plains of India. The northern plains have been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries mainly composed of alluvial soil. So the plains are very fertile and are best suited for agriculture. The northern plain is one of the largest and most fertile plain of India. It is one of the world's most intensively farmed area due to its suitable farming properties. It is highly populated. The land is generally flattish and the water table in this region is usually high. The depth of sediments brought by Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra is not fully known, but they are deepest near Ambala in Punjab. The depth of the sediments is about 8,000 meters. Next, we will discuss on the important geomorphic landform features on northern plains. First one, Punjab Dwabs, the 5 Dwabs of Indus or Punjab plain. The second one is the riverine island. Majuli Island in Assam, the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. The third one, the formation of the famous Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta. The Sundarban Delta is the largest delta in the world. Here in this map, we can see the 5 major dwaps of India. Dwap is a term used in South Asia for tract of land lying between 2 converging or confluent rivers. Punjab is divided into regions of 5 dwaps, which is as follows: Sindh Sagar Dwap, Chech Dwap, Rachna Dwap, Bari Dwap and Bist Dwap. We will discuss about these dwaps in detail later. Next important landform feature is the formation of beautiful riverine island in Assam. The rivers from northern mountains carry eroded soil and debris. As the river flows into plain, due to gentle its velocity reduces and start depositing sediments on the way leads to the formation of riverine island, the Majuli, the largest inhabited island in the world. Next one is the world's largest Sundarban Delta. Rivers, due to the deposit of huge silt, split into channels and finally collects to form delta, the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta. The Sundarban is a mangrove area in the delta formed by the confluence of Ganges, Brahmaputra and Meghna rivers in the Bay of Bengal. That's it for this part. Next, we will look at the regional division of northern plains. Regional division of northern plains are divided into 3 main sections. The first one is Indus or Punjab plain. Second one is the Ganga plain. And the third one is the Brahmaputra plain. We can discuss one by one. Firstly, the Indus or Punjab plains. The Punjab plains form the western part of the northern plain. In the east, the Delhi Aravalli ridge separates it from the Ganga plains. This is formed by Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. A major portion of these plains is in Pakistan. In Punjab, the Khadar-rich floodplains are locally known as betlands or bets. The rivers in Punjab-Haryana plains have broad floodplains of Khadar flanked by bluffs locally known as dayas. These bluffs are as high as 3 meters. The plain is dominated by dwaps. It is divided into many dwaps. Dwap is a region of land area between 2 water bodies. In this map, we can see the Punjab or Indus plain drained by the river Indus. In this, you can see the Punjab dwaps on the Indus or Punjab plain. Sindh Sagar Dwap. Between the Indus and Jhelum rivers is the Sindh Sagar Dwap. The next is Chech Dwap. It is a dwap between river Jhelum and Chenab. And the third one is Rachna Dwap. Between the Chenab and Ravi rivers lies the Rachna Dwap. Next one is Bari Dwap. Between the river Ravi and Beas river. Next one is the Bist Dwap. It lies between the river Beas and Satluj. The second important regional division of northern plain is the Ganga plain. The Ganga plain lie between Yamuna catchment in the west to the Bangladesh border in the east. The lower Ganga plain has been formed by the downwrapping of a part of the peninsular India between Rajmahal Hills and Meghalaya Plateau and subsequent sedimentation by Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. The main topographical variation in this plain include Babar, Terai and Bangar, Khadar, levees, abundant courses, etc. Almost all the rivers keep on shifting their courses, making this area prone to frequent floods. The Kosi River is a very notorious in this respect. It has long been called the sorrow of Bihar. The northern states Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, the part of Jharkhand and West Bengal in the east lie in this Ganga plain. The Ganga Brahmaputra delta, the largest delta in the world. A large part of the coastal delta is covered tidal forest called Sundarbans. Sundarbans is the largest mangrove swamp in the world, get its name from the Sundari tree which grows well in marshland. It is a home to the royal tiger and crocodiles. In this map shows the Ganga plain beautifully drained by river Ganga and its tributaries. Next, the regional division is Brahmaputra plain, otherwise known as the Assam plains. This plain forms the eastern part of the northern plain and lies in Assam. Its western boundary is formed by the Indo-Bangladesh border as well as the boundary of the lower Ganga plain. Its eastern boundary is formed by Purvachal hills. The region is surrounded by high mountains on all sides except on the west. The whole length of the plain is traversed by Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra plain are known for their riverine island and sandbars. The innumerable tributaries of Brahmaputra river coming from the north form a number of alluvial fans. Consequently, the tributary branches out in many channels giving birth to river meandering leading to the formation of Bill and Oxbow Lake. There are large marshy tracts in this area. The alluvial fans formed by the coarse alluvial debris have led to the formation of terrae or semi-terrae condition. Map showing the Brahmaputra plain beautifully drained by Brahmaputra river and its tributaries. Next, we can discuss the division of northern plains based on topographical variation. These can be classified into three categories from north to south as the Babar, the Terai, the alluvial plains. The Khadar and Bangar are the further subdivisions of alluvial plains. In this picture, it clearly depicts the division of northern plains based on topographical variation. Let's discuss one by one. The Babar. The river which descend from the Himalayas deposit their load along the foothills in the form of alluvial fans. These fans, consisting of coarser sediments, have merged together to form pebbles in a narrow belt of 8 km to 16 km width lying parallel to the slope of Shivalik is known as Babar. The porosity of the pebble-studded rock bed is very high and as a result, most of the streams sink and flow underground. Therefore, the area is characterized by dry river courses except in the rainy season. The Babar tract is not suitable for cultivation of crops. Only big trees with large roots thrive in this region. Babar belt is comparatively narrow in the east and extensive in the western and northwestern hilly region. Next one is Terai. It is a 10 to 20 km wide marshy region in the south of Babar and runs parallel to it. The Terai is wider in the eastern part of Great Plains, especially in the Brahmaputra valley due to heavy rainfall. It is characterized by re-emergence of the underground streams of the Babar belt. These re-emerged water transform large areas along the rivers into badly drained marshy lands. Once covered with dense forest, most of the Terai land has been reclaimed and turned into agricultural land over a period of time. The next one is Bangar. It is an older alluvium along the river beds forming terraces higher than the floodplain. Dark in color, rich in humus content and productive. The soil is clayey in composition and has lime nodules called kangar. The Barit plains in the deltaic region of Bengal and the Bur formation in the middle Ganga and Yamuna Dwab are regional variations of Bangar. In relatively drier areas, the Bangar also exhibits small tracts of saline and alkaline efflorescence known as Re, Kallar or Bore. Ray areas have spread in recent times with increase in irrigation. May have fossil remains of even those plants and animals which have become extinct. Next one is Khadar, composed of newer alluvium and forms of floodplains along the river banks, which is light in color, sandy in texture and more porous, found near the river beds. A new layer of alluvium is deposited by river flood almost every year. This makes them most fertile soil of Ganges in Punjab. The Khadar-rich floodplains are locally known as betlands or beds. The rivers in Punjab, Haryana plains have broad floodplains of Khadar flanked by bluffs locally known as dayas. These bluffs are as high as 3 meters. Coming to the end of the topic, let's discuss the significance of northern plains. The plains constitute less than 1/3 of the total area of the country but support over 40% of the total population of the country. Fertile alluvial soil, flat surface, slow-moving perennial rivers and favorable climate facilitate an intense agriculture activity. The extensive use of irrigation has made Punjab, Haryana and western part of Uttar Pradesh the granary of India. Next one is cultural tourism. Several sacred places and centers of pilgrimage are situated in this plain. Example, Haridwar, Amritsar, Varanasi, Allahabad, Bodh Gaya, etc. The sedimentary rocks of plains have petroleum and natural gas deposits. The rivers here have very gentle gradient which make them navigable over long distances. The northwestern plain enjoy a long growing season. The high population density aids in the development of industries. Many multi-purpose dams have been built to provide water for irrigation as well as to generate energy. The plain rivers are navigable, allowing for easy transportation and as a result promoting trade and commerce. So that's the end of this part of Northern Plains of India. Hope you enjoy watching it. Catch you in the next session with other interesting physiographic division of India. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.